I'm Master Corporal Alexandra Brisson from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm a crew member with the Royal Canadian Dragoons posted at Canadian Forces Base, Petawawa. Armoured has two facets to it. There's the tanks. The tank's job is to roll through. They have the heavy firepower and they can pretty much roll right over anything. And then you have the reconnaissance. They need to be able to maneuver the battlefield, get as much information and define the enemy and push that information to higher. That way the infantry, the artillery, the engineers, all the rest of the brigade that will be behind us knows where the safe lanes are and how much of the enemy threat is there.
After the recce crew does its job collecting and passing on vital information on the enemy and terrain, the tanks get called in, providing troops with protection and firepower to advance in the field and defeat the enemy. Driving a 70-ton tank is not your everyday job. Getting the job done means working within a team that acts like a single organism, moving, firing, and communicating all at the same time.
You gotta have a good work ethic. You need to have a good communication skill, because if you can't talk and communicate with your commander or your driver, you're not gonna accomplish anything.
Equipped with night vision capabilities, Canada's armored vehicles are ready to move at all times, day or night. Leopard tanks can take out targets up to 4 kilometers away, while the LAV-6 and the TAP-V are loaded with guns and surveillance equipment that will find the enemy without being seen.
It's kind of like playing a big game of hide and go seek. You don't want to be found, and you want to be able to hide this big armored vehicle, but yet you have the firepower to defend yourself. My favorite part of my job would have to be going to the live ranges. That right there, that is it. That is the favorite part. Being on a live range and being able to call out the targets, having your gunner do his piece, engage the targets, and knowing the satisfaction that all is said and done in a good fashion, a timely manner, it's just a good time all around.
Once fully trained, armored soldiers are assigned to one of 3 historic armored regiments in the regular force: the Lord Strathcona's Horse, Royal Canadians in Edmonton, or the Royal Canadian Dragoons based in Petawawa, Ontario. There are also 18 reserve armored regiments across Canada. In their first posting, soldiers will master the skills of an armored vehicle driver. They are mentored by more experienced drivers on how to handle and maintain armored vehicles. Soldiers start out as drivers, learning the machines inside and out, then move on to become surveillance operators and gunners who bring firepower and target acquisition to the battle space.
When I was a brand new trooper at the regiment, we went to a live fire range and I was a driver. And you literally have the smoke from the gun coming into your driver's hatch, you're driving down range, they're traversing, you're listening to their gun drills. It's an awesome time.
Armored soldiers are masters at multitasking and working closely within a crew. They have the opportunity to advance their careers and be in charge of multiple vehicles and troops, receive and issue orders, and bring the fight to the enemy. Armored soldiers regularly deploy across Canada and overseas on military operations.
Last year I was deployed to the Ukraine for 3 months. It was a great experience. I got to meet a lot of people and work with some of the Americans and meet a whole bunch of Ukrainians and see the beautiful city of Lviv on some of our downtime that we had, as well as experience what's going on over there.
At home, they may be called upon to help during natural disasters like fire or flood relief.
It definitely is a tough job at times. It's a gut check. You have to stay awake for long hours. You're physically pushing yourself. But in the end, once you've completed it all, it's some of the best times of your life.